Live from Amarillo, working in the Panhandle spirit, ABC 7 News Midday starts now.
Thank you for being here this morning. I'm Johnny Atkinson, and this is ABC 7 News Midday. Well, Corbin is here now to tell us what we can expect for our weather today. Corbin?
Thanks, Johnny. Yes, should be a pretty nice afternoon. Our temperatures climbed eventually into the 70s today. The sun's coming out, so it's a good chance to maybe spend some time outside for most of us.
Do we have some hail coming out?
That is definitely on the forecast for tomorrow. That's going to be our speed bump this week for sure. It looks like we'll have some very large hail possible with some of the storms that could get going on Wednesday. We'll talk about locations and timing here in a minute. Let's take a step outside real quick, though. Most of us still kind of chilly this morning. The clouds are starting to fade away, but still a lot of that cloud cover still up in the northern panhandles where temperatures are in the low 40s. Winds right now out of the north, very light, between 0 and 15 miles per hour. Our dry eye index for the rest of the day today, guess what? It's not a 4, it's a level 3 out of 4 for this afternoon. So enjoy today. Should be a lot nicer than what we have seen recently this year. Here's your fire weather warnings for today. They start at 11 a.m. there in Mountain Daylight Time in less than an hour, and then they last until 10 p.m. this evening. One wind advisory in Union County from 2 until 9 p.m. and we'll talk a little bit more about your severe weather threat for tomorrow. Some of us under the gun for all severe weather hazards. Johnny?
Thank you, Corbin. Well, U.S. Representative Ronnie Jackson, who represents Amarillo and much of the Texas Panhandle, is rejecting the House January 6th committee's request. Jackson says he will not voluntarily comply with their investigation into the attack on the Capitol last year. Yesterday, the committee tweeted its letters sent to Jackson, as well as congressional leaders from Arizona and Alabama, asking them to answer questions. Jackson, who was present both at a rally preceding the attack and at the Capitol during the attack, was referenced in several text messages between members of the far-right Oath Keepers group. In their letter, the committee told the congressman they seek to both discuss how and when he went back to the Capitol building and what contact he had with participants of the march. You can read the full committee letter to Jackson as well as his response on our website, abc7amarillo.com. An apparent leak of a majority draft opinion indicating the court appears poised to overturn Roe v. Wade, the 1973 Supreme Court decision granting the constitutional right to an abortion in the U.S. ABC's Justin Finch is in Washington with the latest.
This morning, tensions high outside the U.S. Supreme Court following a leaked draft opinion in a case that could determine the future of Roe v. Wade and abortion rights across the country. The protest coming after the website Politico reporting it obtained documents from a person familiar with the court's proceedings. Those documents labeled a first draft of the opinion in a case challenging Mississippi's ban on abortion after 15 weeks. But in that draft, Justice Samuel Alito, the opinion's apparent author, writes Roe was egregiously wrong from the start.
It was circulated in the court as a first draft by Justice Alito in February, dated February 10th. So it is possible there have been some changes since then.
The draft opinion also citing Planned Parenthood versus Casey. The 1992 case affirmed Roe's finding of a constitutional right to abortion services. Justice Alito on the court's 6-3 conservative majority writing, "We hold that Roe and Casey must be overruled. It is time to heed the Constitution and return the issue of abortion to the people's elected representatives."
This ought to be a decision left to every American to make for themselves, not a decision that is limited, that is restricted, a freedom that is taken away by a Supreme Court.
Planned Parenthood tweeting, "Let's be clear, this is a draft opinion. It's outrageous, it's unprecedented, but it's not final. Abortion is your right and is still legal." But the anti-abortion rights group Susan B. Anthony list writing, "If the draft opinion made public tonight is the final opinion of the court, we wholeheartedly applaud the decision." The draft opinion leak comes as states nationwide have begun passing restrictive abortion measures. Many congressional Democrats now calling for Congress to pass legislation to protect abortion rights by codifying them into federal law. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
Well, Sunday's powerful thunderstorms caused major damage across the Panhandle as it unleashed powerful winds of more than 80 miles per hour and hailstones as large as baseballs. Hereford was among those communities that took the worst of it. ABC 7's Mitchell Downing went there for a first-hand look.
As Sunday's storm passed through Hereford, destruction was left in its path. We will start with a scene from the Hereford Municipal Airport. This is what was left of an airplane hangar that was hit by an intense 80-mile-per-hour straight-line wind.
Looking at the airport today, we've got one row of hangars that's completely missing. It looks like almost all of the hangars out here, the T hangars for general aviation, have been damaged beyond repair.
Slab says that due to the expense, a large portion of the aircraft were not insured and thus complete losses. Next, we will move on to the Deaf Smith County Courthouse, where the majority of windows were broken by baseball-sized hail. Additionally, the courthouse lost several big trees. County Judge DJ Wagner says that thankfully the rain subsided before any major water damage was done to the building, and they plan to start making repairs as soon as possible.
We're boarding up all the windows until we can get the glass ordered and keep it from penetrating with all this wind and hopefully some rain to come.
Wagner says that the community of Hereford felt this storm's impact on several levels. One notable business that was damaged was the Happy State Bank. As you can see, major portions of their drive-through awning was demolished by the storm, leaving rubble scattered throughout the parking lot. On top of that, many residents had significant hail and wind damage to their homes and vehicles. All of this made for a busy day for insurance adjusters. Reporting in Hereford, I'm Mitchell Downing, ABC 7 News.
Well, when the severe weather rolled through Moore County late Sunday night, calls to 911 poured in from people wanting information about the storm. ABC 7's Drew Powell shows us how county officials say you can stay safe during a storm without running the risk of slowing down first responders.
If you're calling 911, it needs to be an actual emergency.
Tommy Brooks says calls where the callers inquiring about road conditions or if severe weather is approaching or where to go seeking shelter are not for 911.
The dispatchers aren't able to tell you where to go, for shelter. That's something you should already have planned out. They're busy trying to get storm spotters where they need to be and get emergency services called out to the right locations.
When Moore County experiences severe weather and you feel you're in danger, shelters are available at churches, but the county has no public storm shelter.
It would have to be so huge that I don't think it's affordable. We all pay taxes, and we don't want to see our taxes go up. But what we have on hand with the churches and the community buildings, not just Dumas, Sunray and Cactus, we have plenty of shelters.
If you live in Moore County and are fortunate enough to have an underground storm shelter, Moore County leaders want to reiterate the importance of getting your storm shelter registered with the county. That way, should there be another severe weather event, they know where to look for you.
We don't share that information, but if a tornado does hit your part of town and everything's destroyed, we know where them shelters are and we know where to go look for people that's trapped in them shelters.
Your shelter may be covered up with debris, but like I said, if you're registered, we know where you're at and we can come help get you out.
If you don't have a storm shelter, go to the lowest floor of your home, an interior room with no windows, and close the door to the room. If possible, put a mattress over you while lying in a bathtub or next to plumbing structures. Drew Powell, ABC 7 News.
Aging in reverse when it comes to your brain. I'm Liz Bonus. What she's doing might help all of us. We explain just ahead.
And some of us under the gun again tomorrow morning and afternoon for the chance at some severe storms. Looks like all hazards will be in play. We'll time it out for you in just a few minutes.
All month long, celebrate 19 years of love.
19. You will be so missed.
Laughter. Joy.
I want to give $100,000.
The countdown to Ellen's final episode.
Kudos to you. Thank you.
May 26th.
Just keep living.
This show has been a success because of you.
Today at 4 on ABC 7.
I'm Paul Blake. I'm running for Canyon Independent School District Board of Trustees, Place 1, for a one-year unexpired term. I believe that students and teachers alike deserve a safe environment in which to learn, and that parents need to be empowered to have the final say on what goes on with learning with their children. I believe we need safe books in our libraries and our classrooms, and I'm asking you to vote for me on May 7th for Place 1 for Canyon Independent School District Board of Trustees. Thank you.
She'll have to catch a ride, but she won't catch pertussis.
Come on, go on, yes, yes!
He'll miss the big game, but not because of tetanus. He'll have to deal with a bruised ego, but he won't have to deal with the flu. Did you know adults need vaccines? Ask your doctor about the vaccines you need and keep yourself and those around you safe. Every dose matters.
Hi, friends. Bud Griffin here. I'm an independent agent in Amarillo, and I provide private solutions for people on Medicare that can help eliminate or lower your Part A and B copays. With all the offerings, it's easy to get confused. Are your doctors and hospital in the provider network? Are your prescriptions covered? And what about out-of-pocket cost? Call Medicare Amarillo today and let's find the perfect plan for your personal needs.
Spokespersons for Tormey and McConnell.
You get hurt by a texting driver. What if you can't afford a lawyer?
Tormey and McConnell won't charge you 1 penny unless they win your case.
We don't get paid unless you get paid.
Not one single penny.
One of our clients injured his neck in a car wreck. We got him $118,711.63. It doesn't cost you 1 single penny for Tormey and McConnell to get started on your case. If you've been hurt in a car wreck, call us. We'll go to bat for you.
Call 355-2700.
In this market, you'll find Fisher Investments is different than other money managers.
Different how? Aren't we all just looking for the hottest stocks?
Nope. We use diversified strategies to position our clients' portfolios for their long-term goals.
But you still sell investments that generate high commissions for you, right?
No, we don't sell commission products. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in our clients' best interest.
So when do you make more money? Only when your clients make more money?
Yep, we do better when our clients do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Well, new analysis shows that Texas is in a historically overvalued housing market, and one Texas city has almost brought back all of its office workers. Jane King is at the NASDAQ with those stories and more in today's Texas Business Report.
Austin offices are 59% occupied and actually cracked the 60% threshold last month. That's according to data from Castle Systems and office security firms. Now, the data from Castle doesn't include the thousands of government workers in the state capital as well. Many of those employees have been called back to offices also. Well, many U.S. cities have overvalued housing markets, including in Texas. Moody's Analytics says Houston is 28% overvalued. This is based on the average price of a house versus the average income in the area. San Antonio is 25% overvalued and Austin is 41% overvalued. Well, Texas is adding more jobs in the first 3 months of this year than in all previous years dating back to 1990. The Texas Workforce Commission says 152,000 positions so far have been added this year. And flight attendants at American Airlines and Southwest are pushing to end a decades-old practice of not getting paid during boarding. Boarding pay has become a hot-button topic as flight attendants across the country enter contract negotiations. From the NASDAQ market site, I'm Jane King with your Texas Business Report.
Burr, you won't faze me. Unlike Zyrtec, Allegra won't make me drowsy.
Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin. So trees, you won't take me down. When allergies attack, take Allegra.
Before your symptoms take over you.
Live your greatness.
When the hands that do the fixing need fixing. When the hands that do the caring need caring. That's a job for O'Keeffe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 selling hand cream and guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands. Also available in O'Keeffe's for healthy feet.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to stay.
I would be delighted.
Stay, Agatha Christie.
Oh, Sodom.
Looking to get back in your type 2 diabetes zone? Once weekly Ozempic can help. Ozempic is proven to lower A1C. Most people who took Ozempic reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it. And you may lose weight. Adults lost on average up to 12 pounds. In adults also with known heart disease, Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events such as heart attack, stroke, or death.
Ozempic helped me get back in my type 2 diabetes zone.
Ozempic isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take Ozempic if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2 or if allergic to it. Stop Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Looking to get back in your type 2 diabetes zone? Ask your healthcare provider today about once-weekly Ozempic.
You may pay as little as $25 for a 3-month prescription.
At Le Chateau Pet Resort, we cater to all your pet's needs in a fun and safe environment with our highly trained and compassionate team. Whether it's daycare or boarding, our high-end facility offers top services to enrich the lives of your special companions and accommodate your needs. From large to small, we welcome all our furry friends to a unique vacation experience. We invite you to come sense the difference. Les Chateau Pet Resort. Peace of mind while you are away.
When it comes to in-home care, you have a choice. With Compassionate Home, an affiliate of BSA Compassion Home Care. We're honored to provide clients with our highly vetted and compassionate personal care assistance to help with grocery shopping, light meal preparation, and companion care, just to name a few, all to enhance your quality of life. Remember, you are never alone with Compassionate Home.
Hi there! Would you like to try a refreshing southern lemonade? We have cucumber, watermelon, strawberry, and wild berry.
Wow. How do you get all those flavors in there?
Squeeze him! Squeeze him! Squeeze!
I'm not supposed to talk about it.
That's the rule.
Refreshing flavors worth fighting over. Try our southern lemonades and floats at Wiener Schnitzel.
I was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis, and steadily things were getting worse. The Good Feet Arch Support System opened that door to a better quality of life.
Find what you've been missing at the Good Feet store.
Robin Roberts, George Stephanopoulos, Michael Strahan. Come on, we could all use some good in our mornings. So join us. Wake up with America's #1 most watched morning show, ABC.
Good morning, America. Oh, how I love saying that.
And now, your Storm Surge 7 forecast with meteorologist Corbin Vogus.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. We're almost to lunchtime, and it's kind of a chilly start to the day here on May 3rd. Again, it's a little cold there in the northern panhandles where the cloud cover still hangs around. 41 in Dumas and Dalhart, 48 here in Amarillo, but again, more sunshine. Temperatures will be allowed to warm up into the 70s this afternoon. Here's your current wind speeds. They're very light, less than 15 miles per hour. Again, today's probably going to be your best chance to get outside and enjoy some more fair weather compared to tomorrow and later this week, where we start to really heat things back up. We do have some critical fire conditions out in New Mexico from 11 until 10 p.m. Wind's going to be a bit breezy, but just some very dry air out there on the other side of the dry line, and that wind advisory also back into Union County. So technically there is a marginal risk for some severe storms tonight, late just before we get into tomorrow morning. Again, that marginal risk for places like Silverton, Plainview, Friona, back towards Dimmitt and Nazareth, Tulia is well included in that. Tomorrow, though, a bigger chance at seeing some severe storms in the afternoon. There's actually that enhanced risk there in the southeast Texas panhandle. Slight and marginal risk, level 1 and 2 out of 5 here, closer towards the Amarillo area in the I-27 region. Now, that is something that we'll have to monitor closely. The western extent of this still a little bit unknown, just due to where that dry line will set up tomorrow afternoon, but we'll talk a little bit about that here next. So your hail threat by far going to be the biggest issue on Wednesday. We could be seeing hail, unfortunately, near the size of what we had just Sunday, close to baseball-sized hail, maybe even a bit larger than that in places where we have some more instability to work with. One thing that is new and different this morning compared to yesterday is that 10% risk for a tornado threat in the southeast Texas Panhandle. So again, that tornado risk kind of on the higher side there in places like Childress, Wellington, and Paducah. That's something that we'll have to watch with any storms that get going tomorrow evening. And then the wind threat also fairly widespread. So let's walk you through that forecast. Again, today we get the southeast winds. That helps us warm to the 70s. That helps also pump in that Gulf moisture. By tomorrow morning, we get a disturbance to come overhead, and we'll start to get some overrunning effect on the warm front. And we could see some widespread to scattered showers and thunderstorms in the early morning hours, even before sunrise, probably during daybreak. So we could have something to talk about then. And then we could see some gusty winds and some moderate-sized hail. Could be close to the size of quarters, but for the most part, just looking at some fairly heavy rain at times with some of those showers that do come through the area. Good news is you guys missed out the other day. Hopefully going to cash in the southeast for some rainfall in the morning hours. The storms that we need to watch happen after 6 o'clock in the evening. That dry line tries to sit up close to I-27 and then up towards the north. If any storms do get going in that warm sector with, again, enough clearing skies, they'll have to be monitored for very large hail, damaging winds, and we can't rule out that chance for a tornado. Hail threat by far going to be our biggest issue again. Could be seeing them closer to the size of baseballs. 70-mile-per-hour winds come in next, and then the isolated tornado risk is the lowest of the three that we'll have to worry about. Time frame for the severe storms will be from 2 p.m. until 10 p.m. in the evening. Again, still storms in the morning. Odds are they're not severe, though. If they are, it'll be a very weak storm with quarter-sized hail and maybe some winds gusting between 50 and 60 miles per hour. Mostly just heavy rain being the primary hazard there. The heat wave arrives this weekend. We're looking at temperatures very close to 100 degrees. So, yes, it's Mother's Day weekend. If you go out with mom, make sure that she stays hydrated. Make sure you stay hydrated because 99, pretty toasty for this time of the year. Johnny?
And it might be a new record. Well, after a long 2 years of COVID-19, your brain may be paying the price. Medical reporter Liz Bonus shares why many are turning to a new kind of fitness that may help turn things around.
Hey there, everybody. The COVID-19 pandemic has been especially hard on the brain. From the isolation to the virus itself, brain fitness experts say if we want to age in reverse when it comes to memory and thinking, we might need to change the way we work out. Megan Gelfgott changed her workout recently after the birth of her baby Hartley. She noticed it began to help with what she calls baby brain.
That's probably an understatement. Yeah, postpartum brain is a real thing.
So real that Adam Ortman is part of a research team conducting a new trial with Miami University of Ohio. Their goal is to find out how exercise impacts memory and thinking skills long term, not just after a baby, but for life.
So the research shows that when your heart rate is elevated and you challenge the brain, you can improve your focus, attention, reaction time, and processing speed.
Adam's team is opening the first fitness center of its kind in the nation this month in Montgomery, Ohio. It's called Activate Brain and Body. The company provided this animated video. John Spence is the CEO.
One of the things that we know is that if you start living your lifestyle a certain way, that you can actually have some control about how your brain ages.
Already, they have 50 members signed up for group brain body fitness to help with what's called BDNF, or brain-derived neurotrophic factor. It's a key molecule involved in changes related to learning and memory. Research shows you improve it by
managing a cognitive task while you're doing something physical.
Lunges, it gets a little bit harder, but this is a reaction time and processing.
As I found out, it's not as simple as you think. It combines aerobic activity with mind fitness and socialization all at the same time. They are also exploring it in people who tell them, after 2 years in this pandemic time, 2 things.
When I'm more isolated, right? And 2, I'm feeling this COVID brain fog.
The main 28-day Brain Better Body program, Megan Gelfgott says, has already helped her overcome one of her biggest baby brain frustrations.
Someone tells you something and it immediately leaves your mind.
But she says she's planning to stick with this kind of workout to try and reverse her brain aging process long term. I'm medical reporter Liz Bonus. Now back to you.
Well, it was a very cold morning today, but don't worry, it'll heat up soon enough. Corbin has one last look at our forecast when we come back, so stay with us.
It's time for a new shower, but you don't want the hassle.
You just want it done. Rebath, from start to stunning. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower update.
At Family Camping Service Center, we've got fun for the whole family.
Take the comforts of home on the road while you lighten your load in a Rockwood fifth wheel from Family Camping Service Center. Come see the new bunkhouse models with new mid-bunks and the always popular rear bunks. You'll find the perfect camper for your family, vehicle, and budget. Plus, a nice selection of used camp trailers as well at
Family Camping Service Center has something for everyone.
Shrek the Musical is live on stage at the Amarillo Little Theater. Based on the beloved movie, this Shrek-tacular musical takes you on an adventure with a hilarious donkey, a unique princess, and everyone's favorite ogre. This clever take on classic fairy tales is irresistible and proves that happy endings come in every shape and size. Shrek the Musical at ALT May 5th through the 22nd. For tickets, call 806-355-9991 or visit AmarilloLittleTheater.org.
Do you know the signs of foundation trouble? It usually starts with cracks in drywall or bricks, and windows or doors that stick. As it gets worse, you might see cracks in concrete floors, visible gaps around windows and doors, slopes in floors, or even a leaning chimney. If you see any of these, call Childress Brothers now. Small problems don't fix themselves, they just get worse over time. Call Childress Brothers today for your free inspection.
Integrity, honesty, unbeatable quality. Childress Brothers Foundation Repair.
Say goodbye to high energy bills and hello to Carrier's Green Speed system. It's a revolutionary breakthrough in home comfort. With Green Speed intelligence that makes it the most efficient heat pump you can buy, saving you money year-round. Access it remotely from anywhere. For Carrier Green Speed, turn to the experts at Avalos Heating and Air and get up to $1,500 in factory rebates. Visit AvalosAC.com today.
Popeye's new Buffalo Ranch Chicken Sandwich is here to sauce things up. The internet's favorite chicken sandwich now comes with a zesty buffalo and creamy ranch sauce, spread on our brioche buns with crunchy pickles and juicy chicken breasts. Try it today.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Spokespersons for Tormé and McConnell.
You were hurt in an accident with a semi-truck. What if you can't afford a lawyer?
Tormé and McConnell won't charge you one penny unless they win your case.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, call us. We'll go to bat for you.
355-2700. It's time for a new shower, but you don't want the hassle. You just want it done. Rebath, from start to stunning. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower update.
Well, here's a last look at your forecast for today. Temperatures get into the 70s this afternoon. Really should be a pretty nice day to get outside. We could have some late night to early morning thunderstorms. Again, most of this will probably be happening right before your morning commute, so you may actually need the rain jacket before you head out the door to get towards school or work. Just a marginal risk tomorrow morning. By tomorrow afternoon, though, that threat does increase, especially in the southeast Texas panhandle, where some of those storms will be capable of very giant hail.
Well, thank you, Corbin, and thank you for being here for ABC 7 News Midday. We're always online at abc7amarillo.com.
Have a great day.
Can I get a Big Dill cheeseburger?
Grill 'em a cheeseburger.
Adding the pickle fries. Almost done with the Dilly Ranch. Order up. Sonic Big Dill cheeseburger.
He's trying to fix the electrical.
Yes, ma'am. We repair electrical fast.
Great. How soon can you be here?
Hi, I'm from Patrick.
Patrick Electric. When you need help fast, call us. We strive for same-day service and offer 24-hour emergency service. And everything we do comes with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Patrick Electric. Not just fast. Patrick Fast.
Patrick Electric.
Hi, this is Cody with High Plains Home Buyers. Do you have a house that's costing you too much time and money? Maybe you have equity you'd like to get out, or inherited a home you're not sure what to do with, or own an unwanted rental. We'll buy any property in any condition and pay cash in as little as 3 days, with no fees, no commission, and no hassle. If you're even thinking of selling your house, call us today at 806-414-1444.
No matter the condition when it's selling time, call High Plains for peace of mind.
I love the sauce, don't you? So it's not just ranch. It's got a little zing to it.
Yeah, like a dilly ranch. Don't dilly-dally with this. Get to Sonic.
Don't dilly-dally, run. Sonic, Big Dill Cheeseburger.
This is kind of a big deal.
You're a big dill.
FM HD2.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. In the event of an emergency, this system would bring you important information. This test is now concluded.
Madison Smith, weeknights on ABC 7 Amarillo. The following program is a paid commercial, which has been paid for by the advertiser whose products and/or services are featured in this program.
The following program is a paid advertisement for AAA Texas.
Who can you call when you need immediate help? Any time of day or night, even when you're hundreds of miles away from home. Always giving you and your family peace of mind, knowing that people, benefits, and services are there for you 24/7. Over 50 million members rely on AAA, America's largest motor club and most highly recommended major roadside assistance provider. A company built by members, for members.
Hello, I'm Brandon Johnson. Chances are you know AAA or have heard about AAA's legendary roadside assistance, but you might be surprised at what you don't know about AAA.
I use AAA for everything. I have AAA auto insurance, AAA life insurance. I use AAA for my travel, roadside assistance.